Right, I've just finished recording one video on a Nazi and now I'm going to talk about another one. Hello kids, on today's episode of people that should definitely be in hospital but aren't, we're talking about Kanye West, or as he likes to be known, Yay, or as he should be known, Boo. So this has been going on all week, but I've not had a chance to record, and a few other things has happened. But yeah, if you've been living under a rock and don't know, Kanye West is basically a Nazi now, and hanging out with Nazis. This all started when he tweeted about going DEFCON 4 or whatever on Jews. But let's be honest, this goes back way, way further than that. Kanye West has basically been having a severe mental breakdown for like the last 10 years in public. And we've all just watched it and shared memes. Granted, some of them are funny memes. But earlier last week, beginning of last week or the end of the week before that, things got really weird. Kanye West went to dinner with Donald Trump and he took some friends with him. One of them is Nicholas Fuentes, who, believe it or not, with a name like that, is a white supremacist. This is from Crooked Media. It's just a sort of roundup of what happened.
Kanye wanted to ask Trump to be his VP, so we asked for a meeting at Mar-a-Lago, and he traveled with a neo-Nazi incel named Nick Fuentes. We'll get into that character later. Trump says the dinner was supposed to be one-on-one with Kanye, but we know it ended up being Trump, Kanye, a former Trump staffer named Karen Giorno, who now works for Kanye, an alt-right racist dipshit named Milo Yiannopoulos, who got fired from his job at Breitbart in 2017 for supporting pedophilia. You can't make any of that. I didn't make that up. You can't make any of this up. We know what we know about this mostly from videos released by Kanye on Twitter that were since deleted. We know that they all dined together. Kanye says Trump got mad at him when he asked him to be his VP, but that Trump really hit it off with Nick Fuentes. Milo Yiannopoulos said Trump was dazzled by Fuentes, the Nazi. They got in a fight after the VP questioned. Fuentes told Trump that his announcement speech sucked, that he needs to go back to the 2016 team and vibe, that they weren't doing enough for the January 6th rioters who got arrested. And it ended with Trump being mad at Kanye for saying that he's going to run for president, saying, I'll beat you, I'm going to kick your ass, calling Kim Kardashian some sort of vulgarity that was bleeped. Of all of this story, the part that they bleeped out was the specific swear words Trump used.
Yeah, like you said, you couldn't make this up. So Kanye West is going to run for president again. Didn't he try this in 2016? He's not going to win. Not a million fucking years. And he went to Donald Trump to ask Trump to be his VP, to be his running mate. Okay. And yeah, he took this guy, Nick Fuentes, with him. Now, a lot of people didn't know who the fuck Nick Fuentes was. I knew the name and I knew it was this white supremacist, but that was pretty much all I knew about the guy. And the reason not a lot of people knew about him and not a lot of people talked about him is because he's been deplatformed on pretty much everything, all but like one site. Oh yeah, then I found out what he actually looks like, and God, what a fucking nerd. He's 24 years old, by the way. Only 24. And oh yeah, he's an incel as well, just to add that in there. Anyway, here's some of his bullshit.
Secret sauce here, it's these young white men. Yeah! That's what we call the secret ingredient. America and the world has forgotten about them, but not us.
This is gonna be the most racist. Sexist. Yes. The most anti-Semitic. Yeah.
So yeah, he's a full-blown Nazi, Holocaust denier, hates Jews, white supremacist, absolute piece of shit douchebag. Oh, and he picks his nose and eats it. Like live on his streams. I'm surprised I haven't been caught picking my nose yet. Not that I'd fucking eat it, that's gross. Yeah, this is who Kanye West is hanging out with now and took to dinner with him, along with this Milo Yiannopoulos guy, who, I'll be honest with you, I don't really know much about, but by all accounts is a, what did they say? He supports pedophilia or something fucked up like that. This is how far Kanye, or Ye, has gone. Now, after the dinner, Kanye put out this video on his now... Is he completely banned on Twitter? I think he's banned on Twitter. I don't know if he's completely banned or if he's just suspended for a little bit. But anyway, this is the video he put out.
I think the thing that Trump was most perturbed about, me asking him to be my vice president.
I'll just go back to the beginning. Somebody said, I don't know if this is true, But
I think the thing that Trump was
where is it?
most perturbed about.
Somebody said, I don't know if it's been verified, that guy in the sat down in the back there, apparently that's Sneeko. I don't know if it is or not, but someone said, yeah, that's Sneeko. It's hilarious if it is, because like he was there for all of this and no one gives a shit. Like he's so fucking irrelevant that no one's even bothered to mention. I can believe it is him.
Me asking him to be my vice president. I think that was like lower on the list of things that caught him off guard. It was the fact that I walked in with intelligence. So Trump is really impressed with Nick Fuentes. And Nick Fuentes, unlike so many of the lawyers and so many people that he was left with on his 2020 campaign, he's actually a loyalist. When he didn't know what the lawyers is, you'll still have your lawyer list. And when all the lawyers said, forget it, Trump's done, there are lawyers.
That's supposed to be a fucking joke. What the hell was that? Is this guy supposed to be like a genius and that's what he comes out with? Also, that's a terrible haircut. Is that Milo? Is that him? He just looks like such a villainous like snake. He looks like the villain. He looks like a little henchman, doesn't he? This douchebag haircut, anyway.
Running up in the White House, right? And my question would be, why, when you had the chance, did you not free the January 6ers? And I came to him as someone who loves Trump, and I said, go and get Corey back. Go and get these people that the media tried to cancel and told you to step away from. He basically gives me this would-be mob-esque kind of story, talking to some kid from the south side of Chicago trying to sound mobby or whatever. He goes into the story about all that he went through to get Alice Johnson out of jail and how he didn't do it for Kim, but he did it for me. But then he goes on to say that Kim is a you could tell her I said that. And I was thinking, like, that's the mother of my children. Since we know, and all the Christians in America that love Trump know that Trump is a conservative, we're going to demand that you hold all policies directly to the Bible. When Trump started basically screaming at me at the table,
Yeah. So they didn't get on, basically. They had a falling out. Supposedly Trump said something derogatory about Kim Kardashian. I mean, Trump is a monster. We all know that. But I don't think Trump is stupid enough to say something like that to somebody with as high a profile as Kanye West, with other people in the room. And of course, Trump wants nothing to do with this because he's a monster, but he's not an idiot. You can't align yourself with people that are out and out Nazis and anti-Semitic. So he's then tried to distance himself from all of it, obviously. A few days after that, then he went on the Tim Pool podcast. This supposed centrist Tim Pool is currently hosting Kanye West, neo-Nazi Nick Fuentes, and pedo defender Milo Yiannopoulos on his show. I wish I was making this up. And there they... Oh, God, he looks like such a dickhead. It's the sunglasses indoors. Fucking shirt open, yeah. Oh, yeah, there is Ye. That's Nick in the back there in the blue sweater. He's wearing that. So we'll get onto it, but... And this guy is Tim Pool. I'm not 100%. I know who Tim Pool is, but I don't really know like what his bag is. I've not consumed enough of his content to really know or make a comment on the kind of stuff he makes. So they go onto his podcast. It doesn't go very well.
It's been extremely unfair to you. I think.
Who was they though? We can't say who they is,
corporate
can we?
press. I'm not using I don't use the word as the way I guess you guys use. I'm talking
It is
about
them though, isn't it? I mean, because
No.
because when you think about it,
look at his stupid fucking face.
because
No.
It's like a little goblin, isn't he? I fucking hate this guy. Anyway.
because when you think about it, consider it. In 2018,
What do you mean it's not?
What do I mean? Like okay, so how about you leaving?
Are you afraid of the press?
He's gone. I'll say it right now. You guys, you guys want to bring that stuff up, and then
Have
think
the
we're not
discussion.
gonna have a
Like,
conversation.
have the discussion.
Like you think Ye's gonna come in here?
What a fucking child. I mean, he's ill. He's mentally ill. Like, he is fucking gone so far. Yeah, it goes on this podcast. The moment they, push back even a little bit to his like anti-Semitic rhetoric, He gets up and leaves. And this guy wants to be fucking president? Shortly after he stormed off, Milo, whatever his name is, he fucked off, followed by the little goblin boy. They left. And then he just had Tim Pool and his mate just sat there talking for 2 fucking hours, I guess. And that was like 5 minutes into the show. And then, this is what, a couple of days ago, day before last, the fucking Nazi Tour 2022 continued. Kanye, Ye, and Nick went on Alex Jones' podcast. Alex fucking Jones is still working, apparently. If you don't know who Alex Jones is, he's the guy that was he was sued by all the families of the victims of the Parkland massacre shooting in America for trolling them, basically. He's a massive piece of shit. So I guess Nick and Ye were like, well, we're fucking dickheads. You're a dickhead. Why don't we sit down and talk? And it just got fucking weirder. This one's actually from Channel 4 News, I believe, because the original video I had, the audio was removed.
Of all of his transformations, this was Kanye West's most terrifying. Now known as Ye.
Oh, yeah, that is him. But yeah, he showed up wearing a fucking full, totally covered his face mask. And it is him. Because I saw some comments like, well, how'd you know it's him? That could be anybody. Of course it's fucking him. And if it wasn't him, he would have said, that's not me. And Alex Jones is a moron, but he's not so fucking stupid he'd try and pull something like this and have a fucking Kanye impersonator come on and say all this shit.
It wasn't his appearance that shocked the most. It was his anti-Semitic outburst during this interview, in which he praised Hitler and the Nazis and denied the Holocaust.
There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler. A lot of things.
The disgraced talk show host said that Ye had a Hitler fetish, but the mask has been slipping for months. Blocked on Instagram earlier this year for anti-Semitic conspiracies, the brands Balenciaga and Adidas also ended their involvement with Ye, as his incessant use of hate speech, veiled as free speech, continued unabated.
You see that every time that Kanye West makes a statement about the Jewish community, a hateful statement, as he did in the last few weeks, every time there's a spike on hate speech around Jewish people and anti-Semitism.
But with anti-Semitic incidents in the United States increasing by 34% last year alone, the concern is that these figures are just the best-known faces of an ugly racism that is once again creeping back into society.
Yeah, fucked up. So yeah, he went on there and went full on, I love Hitler. Nazis are great. All this shit. Like, what the fuck? Hitler would have Kanye West and his whole fucking family killed like that. You're an idiot. And this little fucking goblin Fuentes who's latched onto him. And the reason nobody really knew who the fuck Fuentes was is because people didn't talk about him because he was like so deplatformed. But now that he's attached himself to one of the most famous people in the world, he's suddenly risen up and now everyone's kind of got to talk about him. Otherwise he just goes unchecked. But there's more. There wasn't just the Ye Hitler stuff. He went, I mean, this is another clip from it. I'll play this.
What we did is we brought Netanyahu with us.
Right. I'm in the twilight zone right now.
Netanyahu, what do you have to say? What do you have to say to Alex Jones right now, Nick Fuentes and Ye? It was bad. It was bad for Trump to meet with Nick and Ye. Okay. We're going to have Netanyahu step out for a second, okay, Alex?
Oh, he's going to go?
I'm leaving for now until it's another meeting.
Well, I was watching this earlier. Somebody overheard it and they said, are you watching an episode of South Park? I said, I fucking wish I was. This is Kanye West.
And then I'm going to say something. All right.
And the Nazis, in my view, were thugs that shook people down, did a lot of really bad things.
But they did good things too. We're going to stop dissing the Nazis all the time.
Okay.
Fuck's sake, shut up, you moron. Do you know how fucking out of your mind you've got to be to make Alex, they're turning the frickin' frogs gay, Jones seem like the normal, sane one in the room?
No one in high school knew what the word anti-Semitic was until Ye made it popular. Also, it's like there's Jewish people that are basically hiding me under their floorboards right now, under their wooden floors. It's like a reverse version of the Holocaust because there's Jewish people that saw how I was treated.
And you've got a little bit of the Hitler fetish going on.
It's not a fetish.
To say, white people, you've got white guilt. To actually say, you're bad because you're white, help us kill black people. What type of freakish, crazy world is that? Yay?
Zionist.
Perfect time to go to break. Hour number 2, Uncensored with Ye. Nick Fuentes, I'm your guest. host here in Insane Asylum World, because the whole world's crazy. Not all of us are nuts. This is Twilight Zone 2.0. We will be
Don't
right
just point at
back.
me when you say that. Hey, I'm the head of the Mossad. I'm gonna kill you and take your children away from you. Thanks a lot, Netin. Back to you, Alex.
I'm definitely overwhelmed here right now. Infowars.
What the actual fuck? It's got to be one of just like the biggest falls from grace in terms of like where they, musical genius to literally saying you love fucking Nazis and Hitler. Wow. Fuck. Yeah, he's mentally ill. Has been for like a fucking decade, gone completely unchecked. And now, I mean, who the fuck is letting him? Who's letting him do this? Who's letting him leave the house? What the fuck does this guy think? What's the first thought that goes through Kanye's head when he wakes up in the morning? Now he's got this little fucking goblin worm, Nick Fuentes. Sí, Fuentes. Yeah, see, white supremacy. I love it. You're fucking Mexican! He's got him whispering in his ear. He's just surrounding himself with people that, will allow him to say crazy shit, and they'll go, yeah, you're right, yeah. Surrounding himself with yes men. The problem is he's completely mentally ill. Oh, it's gonna end bad. I mean, it's already bad, but it's just gonna get fucking worse, isn't it? I'll just play this clip, and then I'm just gonna end the fucking video. This has been circulating again. It's from Bill Burr.
Okay. Next time Kanye's going off on himself, I'm telling you, just close your eyes, forget it's him, and really listen to what is coming out of this guy's mouth. He says shit like, I'm a genius. I'm a god. I'm Shakespeare. My biggest regret is I'll never get to see myself perform live. That's a direct quote. My biggest regret is I'll never get to see myself perform live. Dude, you put that ego in a white dude that is, ich bin einen in der Streisen. What's the Blitzkrieg? What's a superior race?
Yep.
Vienna will return to Deutschland first.
Yeah, that clip's from like 2017, I think. Oh, anyway, the saga continues. Fucking, another Nazi in 2022. If you like that, leave a like, comment, thoughts, and all that shit, and I'll see you next time.